Colorado Governor Jared Polis just announced that the state of Colorado is now going to begin accepting Bitcoin for tax payments starting in the summer of 2022. Now, Jared Polis is a very interesting character when it comes to Bitcoin. He was the first politician in the United States to actually accept Bitcoin as part of his campaign donations, going all the way back to 2014. And so obviously, Jared Polis, as the governor of Colorado, he's pro-Bitcoin. He understands what this decentralized digital currency means for the world. Now, if we go ahead and we take a look at the exact quote that he used, it's very telling. He said the state would not hold any of the assets in crypto. Those would be instantly converted back into dollars when the transaction occurred. The government would not be interested in participating in the speculative aspects, positive or negative. We would simply use it as a means of exchange for purposes of payment. Now, this is interesting because obviously, he understands Bitcoin. He's accepted Bitcoin as a campaign donation, but he also understands that he's operating in a conservative environment of politics. And if he's seen to be speculating on the price of these assets, that won't be good, and likely he'll receive pushback, both from his own political party and also the other side of the aisle. And so being able to accept Bitcoin as an exchange of payment for those taxes, but convert it into US dollars, gives him the ability to walk the middle of the road, use Bitcoin as a means of exchange, but also not speculate on price. If we look at Colorado, they're not exactly a small state when it comes to actual revenues from taxes. There's $58 billion in combined state and local general revenues that came from taxes in 2019, which comes out to about $10,000 per individual within the state. And so ultimately, this is exactly what I expect to see across every single state. We saw previously the state of Ohio, Josh Mandel, who was a treasurer there, made it possible for businesses to pay business taxes in Bitcoin. That was rolled back by the next treasurer who came in. But the state of Colorado going big, and looks like they're going to get this through, where they will allow any single person within the state to use Bitcoin for tax payments. If that begins in the summer of 2022, over the next 5 to 6 years, I expect other states to follow suit. And if that occurs, it will simply be another milestone in the adoption of Bitcoin as a global reserve currency and also as a medium of exchange and store of value. Bitcoin is inevitable. Bitcoin is good for business. And now the state of Colorado and their governor, they're getting on board as well.